The Iran war is shining a light on the Strait of Hormuz, that critical passageway for the world's oil supply. A London-based maritime intelligence service recently shared data with NBC News. It found Iran is forcing some oil tankers to pay millions of dollars to travel through a new narrow passage in the strait, which is controlled by the Islamic Revolutionary Guard. NBC News international correspondent Raf Sanchez joins us now from Doha, Qatar, with more on that. Raf, good morning.
Joe, good morning. Only a trickle of ships is making it through the Strait of Hormuz right now, down around 90% on pre-war traffic. But we're learning that those ships that are passing through are being diverted onto a new route controlled by Iran, and some are being charged a toll to transit. It's being called the world's most dangerous toll booth. The only tankers passing through the Strait of Hormuz are being forced into a new route controlled by Iran, with some charged millions of dollars to transit.
It's sort of been dubbed the Tehran toll booth.
That's according to data from Lloyd's List Intelligence, a maritime firm shared with NBC News. Before the war, around 110 ships passed the strait each day. Now it's 10 ships or fewer. Peacetime routes looked like this, with vessels sailing down the middle of the strait. Now they're taking this new route through Iran's territorial waters, squeezed between these islands and close to Iran's main naval base.
Whatever we can detect going out of the strait right now is going through this narrow channel in Iranian territorial waters, where the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps essentially verifies the ship's information and acts as almost like a toll booth.
This footage, verified by NBC News, was taken by a sailor on a Chinese tanker as it passed between the islands. In a few days, American soldiers might come here, he says. This might be the main fighting spot. Iranian lawmakers have discussed charging ships $2 million to pass the strait, saying the money would pay to repair wartime damage. That doesn't seem to be official policy yet, but Lloyd's List says at least 2 ships have been charged so far. Is the implied threat that if ships don't use this so-called toll booth, they'll be attacked by Iran?
I think so. I think that is very much the implication.
It's not an empty threat. At least 18 ships have already been attacked in and around the strait, according to the UN. Iran is on the other side of the Persian Gulf, but on this side, there's real concern among Arab countries. Iran may try to continue controlling the strait even after the war. In a letter to the UN, Iran says the strait is open to non-hostile vessels, but only in coordination with Iranian authorities. That's a major shift from the pre-war norm, when tankers passed freely, and suggests the toll booth may be here for some time to come. And when we talk about Iran trying to cement its long-term control over the strait, one of their demands for ending the war is that the rest of the world recognize Iranian sovereignty over the Strait of Hormuz. That is likely to be a non-starter for the U.S. and for Arab nations here in the Gulf. Jeff.
All right, Raf, thank you so much.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.